Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut and how to fix sleeves. So I had this bodice already made and I'm going to be cutting and fixing the sleeves to it. You need some pins for that. You'd also need your fabric scissors, and I've got this pair, my favorite pair, somewhere in here. You'd also need your fabric marker or tailor's chalk, and of course you need your measuring tape. So like I said earlier, I had this bodice already made to make the process faster, so we don't have to do that. So once you have the dress or the bodice that you want to add some sleeves to, what you want to do is you want to measure out the armhole. So I start measuring the armhole by placing my measuring tape like that, making sure that it's laid flat on the table, and then you measure the armhole as shown. So after measuring, I have 8 1/4 inches. To cut out the sleeves, go ahead and fold the fabric into 4 as shown. Afterwards, check that the width that you have is at least the armhole measurement taken earlier. So remember, in my case, the armhole measurement that I took earlier was 8 1/4 inch. You want to make sure that the width that you have on the folded fabric is at least that or more. We'll be cutting both sleeves together. So go ahead and fold the fabric, making sure you have the folded edges on one side and the separated edges on the other side. And for this video, I'll be explaining how to draft the short sleeve, 3/4 sleeve and the long sleeve. To draft a long sleeve, measure out the desired sleeve length plus the sewing allowance of 1/2 inch and the hemming allowance of 1 inch. So if your sleeve length is 23 inches, go ahead and add 1.5 inches. You want to mark the sleeve length all through as shown. Next, mark out the armhole measurement taken earlier horizontally. So in my case, the armhole measurement I took earlier was 8 1/4 inch. I'm going ahead to mark that horizontally from the top all the way through to the bottom. If you're making a short sleeve, go ahead and mark the short sleeve length that you want vertically, starting at the top. However, be sure to add the hemming allowance of 1 inch and the sewing allowance at the top of 1/2 inch. So you'll be adding 1.5 inches. Also, if you're making a 3/4 sleeve, go ahead and mark out the desired length that you want, including the allowances as shown. So for this now, I have the first line as the short sleeve, the second line as the 3/4 sleeve, and then the third line as my long sleeve length. At the top, locate the point where the armhole measurement stops and then drop down by 5 inches as shown. Afterwards, go ahead and draw in the S-shaped armhole curve. To act as a guide, mark 2.5 inches inward from the edge as shown, and then draw in the S-shaped armhole curve as shown. After drawing the S-shaped armhole curve, go ahead and mark half the upper arm measurement just beneath the 5-inch mark point. You want to mark half your upper arm measurement plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So in my case, my upper arm measurement is 13 inches, half of that is 6.5 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. To make slightly fitted sleeves, you also want to measure the area around the elbow, that is just before the elbow. You want to get the circumference of that and mark half the circumference plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Also, at the wrist, you want to go ahead and measure your wrist, and if you don't know how, do check out the video that I have showing you how to measure. And you basically want to make sure you can wriggle the measurement out of your wrist and also mark half the wrist measurement plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Connect the points as shown and then go ahead and cut out the sleeves. So basically, if you want to cut out the long sleeves, you're going to cut out the whole lot. If you want to cut out the 3/4 sleeves, go ahead and cut out the 3/4 sleeve as shown. And if you would like to cut out the short sleeves, go ahead and cut out the short sleeve as shown. After cutting out the sleeves, go ahead and notch the center of the sleeve crown. And if you don't know what the sleeve crown is, it's the part that I'm touching right now. Hem the sleeves and then sew the sides together as shown. After hemming and sewing the sides, this is what the sleeve looks like. So I'm going ahead to turn it inside out, and I decided to check out the sleeve on me, and that's what it looks like, guys. So now that I've turned it inside out, you want to locate the side seam, which is where you have the seam line on the sleeve as well as the notch on the sleeve crown. So the next thing to do is to fix the sleeves to the bodice. Match the side seam on the sleeves to that of the bodice, ensuring that the right sides of both pieces are facing each other. Go ahead and pin it into place. Next, match the notch on the sleeve crown to the shoulder line on the bodice, and then go ahead and pin into place. You also want to make sure that the right sides of these ones are also facing each other. So guys, I made sure to repeat the process so that you can see clearly, and as you notice, it's convenient for me to work from the inside when I get to the sleeve crown area. So I turn, like, you know, the whole outfit inside out, or I go from the inside of the outfit, and then you want to go ahead and pin the sleeves to the armhole, easing in any excess as shown. So if you notice there's some excess, is actually normal and perfectly okay for the sleeves to be slightly bigger than the armhole. What you do is a process called easing it in. After pinning the sleeves to the armhole all around, this is what it should look like, and as you can see, guys, I eased the sleeves into the armhole. So go ahead and sew the sleeves to the armhole on a 0.5 inch sewing allowance. After sewing, this is what it should look like, and as you can see, guys, there are absolutely no pleats even though I eased it in. So yes, this is what your sleeve should look like. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it was worth your while. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you, and see you on Sunday. Bye.